Abortions have been a major issue for decades. There is either a pro-life or pro-choice side of the argument. Although being pro-life is strictly against abortion, pro-choice can be for abortion or simply not okay with it for yourself, but you're not going to condemn someone who chooses to have one. The ongoing conflict over abortion in America has been a major social problem that first emerged as an issue in our nation over 2 centuries ago. Abortion became the new national issue we still see today between two opposing ideas, grouping into sides coined as pro-life and pro-choice. It is this struggle over whose deep-rooted morals and beliefs are advocate for our society and make the abortion issue such a controversial one. It is important to understand the sides, their beliefs, the organizations tied to them, and their wishes for policies in our nation. Today, I'd like to introduce to you what an abortion is and the two sides of this argument. What is an abortion? An abortion is when a pregnancy is ended so that it does not result in the birth of a child. Sometimes it is called termination of the pregnancy. The abortion debate. To understand the arguments for and against abortion, to know what the law says about abortion, to reflect on ways some people choose to have one. Pro-life. Being pro-life is advocating the legal protection of human embryos and fetuses, especially by favoring the outlawing of abortion on the grounds that is the taking of a human life. NAF. Pro-lifers oppose abortion because it takes the life of a human being before he or she is born. They oppose assisted suicide because killing is never the answer to difficulties of life. All human beings should receive our compassion and care, irrespective of disease, disability, or perceived quality of life. Some pro-life arguments are the human fetus is a person and therefore has a right to life. Any action which destroys an embryo or fetus kills a person, NAF. Often linked to sanctity of life, life is God-given and must be protected from conception until natural death. Abortion can cause long-term psychological suffering, such as post-traumatic syndrome. Any deliberate destruction of human life is morally wrong and cannot be justified by any benefits to others, as they come at the expense of the life of a person. Being pro-choice is a political view that believes that abortion should continue to be legal and accessible. Pro-life federalization. It is not necessarily pro-abortion, but merely being support of women having the option available. People are not opt for abortion themselves, but they do not wish to deny others the option. Pro-choice arguments. An embryo has no right because it is not yet an actual person who can survive on its own. It cannot have rights that override those of the pregnant woman. Pregnancy involves a woman's body, her health, and her future, so it is a matter of personal choice and reproductive rights, whether to continue with it or not. Legal abortions are better than having backstreet ones. Necessary options in certain situations, such as rape, risks to health, failure of conception, congenital disorder, or inability to raise a child. Pro-life federalization. I have previously introduced abortion and explained both pro-choice and pro-life. Now I am going to persuade you to believe that abortion should be left legal. Benefits of having an abortion available. An abortion can be seen as putting the child out of misery while he or she does not have the ability to reason or fear. Abortion allows a woman to retain her constitutional rights. It relieves a would-be suffering child out of his distress. It establishes a safer and more peaceful society. On the grounds abortion should be kept legal and even encouraged to specific individuals for benefits to all of us. I also think it is a good idea to keep abortions available because some women would still have one, but it would not be safe and medically done. It would be done as a backstreet abortion in situations such as pregnancy arising from rape. Abortion, the ending of pregnancy, has been a controversial topic for decades. Is abortion moral or immoral? People all over the world have different opinions. There are different ways that abortion can be performed, surgically or medically. The 1973 Supreme Court decision known as Roe v. Wade marked an important turning point in abortion. The decision made is illegal to have abortions. Different states have various laws on abortion. You can either be pro-life or pro-choice. When you're pro-choice, you're for abortion, and when you're pro-life, you're against abortion. Abortions continue to be debated worldwide. In conclusion, I hope I have persuaded you all about this strong topic.